All right. Let's do this.
José Bautista reignited the game of baseball in Canada.
It was the most fun I've ever had playing baseball.
You know, he's a gamer. Game started out there, he's ready to go. He's ready to play, he's ready to beat you.
He made baseball fun again in Toronto. He kind of brought it back.
One of the greatest players in Toronto Blue Jay history.
You know, there's players in this game that when they're on deck, you want to make sure you got a front row seat for it. And there's players in this game that you never want to miss one pitch of their at bat, because that one pitch he can do something that you've never seen before.
José Bautista, level of excellence. My agent called me and said, hey, you just got traded to the Blue Jays. So I had to go to the stadium, pack my stuff. It was great news because I was in AAA and I got to go straight to Toronto, so I was very happy.
I remember him in Pittsburgh. I remember him hitting a home run against us when we were in interleague play. He hit the home run. I think Cito really liked him. A few months later, he was in our clubhouse.
Well, at that point, I had already been in the big leagues for 4 or 5 years, and I had been traded plenty of times before. I'm glad it happened, and my new home was Toronto.
This is different.
I would say at that time he was still José Bautista, journeyman, someone with immense potential. It was just a matter of getting the right coach or teacher and teaching him how to harness that ability.
Things didn't come into play up until almost September of '09, which is more than a year after I got traded.
Jose was just starting a little late and getting his foot down a little bit late. And he finally picked it up and he ran with it.
One of the batting practices, he started doing his leg kick and the ball was jumping out of his bat, and we're like, oh wow. You know, from there on, it's just history.
Maybe it was because of the way his big league career began and, you know, being in so many organizations. When you get traded or put on waivers, you know, that you don't forget that.
It was a long time working behind the scenes, but it definitely paid off.
He jumped from team to team and up and down and kind of figured something out. And when he figured it out, it was like, all right, I'm going for it.
I remember in September where he just went off. It was like, there it is.
He found something that clicked, and he turned himself into an all-star, a superstar, and one of the greatest players in Toronto Blue Jays history.
Bautista belts in center field, and you can kiss that one goodbye. So that's now 5 in 6 games.
It was like, man, José Bautista hit 9 home runs in September, and then it just, you know, then Joey Bats was born the following year.
Toronto Blue Jays legend José Bautista is putting on the jersey one more time. He signed a one-day contract in order to retire as a Blue Jay.
José Bautista has officially retired as a member of the Toronto Blue Jays after signing a one-day contract with the team.
Really can't think of a player that should retire a Blue Jay more than José Bautista. So it's an incredible honor for me today to offer a one-day contract to José, so that he can rightfully retire a Toronto Blue Jay.
It's huge. Obviously, I owe a great deal to this franchise. They gave me a chance, and I was able to accomplish a lot here. So I definitely was already in my head retired as a Blue Jay, but to make it official, it's kind of cool. And this way, you know, fans can have their moment too, and know that I was proudly a member of the club, I guess, for the last one last time, and it was officially the last club that I was a part of before officially announcing the retirement. I just think for myself, I don't know if there's any lessons for other guys, but for myself, it was just the urgency. You know, I was reaching that point in my career where it was either gonna continue to be that utility guy, bench guy for the rest of my career, or try something different, and hopefully it worked, and kind of did.
Swinging a drive, high fly ball left field. This is deep, this is 50.
Well, 2010 was a crazy year. felt like a whirlwind. I couldn't even believe in myself at times. You know, I just felt like every time I was going out there, somehow I was getting a pitch to hit and not missing it.
I never forget how far he was hitting the ball, how often he was hitting the ball.
Didn't surprise me because I knew he has the ability. He has the power, he has the swing.
The one year that he was hitting all those home runs, he had a run where he was getting a home run daily. Jose loves baklava. It's a honey nut pastry, and I brought one. The next day, he hit another home run, and we just kept going.
I don't think everybody has the potential to hit 50. It's just a testament to who he was as a player in person, obviously with his work.
I was in awe of myself and surprised that I was accomplishing what I did. But, you know, it was a fun season. You know, it was a fun ride. So to this day, I have to pinch myself to remember that it actually happened.
Buck Martinez. Don't mean to interrupt.
Congratulations.
How you doing?
He hit his 50th home run off King Felix, first inning.
Yeah.
I'm doing a game and I'm sitting like, you know, I don't think anything about it. I don't look at the numbers and I go, there's a drive to left field. This is 50.
What's up? Nice to see you. How's your dad?
Very good.
Good. Man, you're jacked.
I was trying, you know.
Lifting weights?
Keep fooling them.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
How's your dad? Good?
It's good.
Tell him I say hello.
Hello.
Normally used to coming in here when my game face on and ready to go, but today was certainly different. But I enjoyed it. I think the girls got a little sneak peek, you know, into what Daddy's life was like back in the day, and gives them a little different perspective.
He's the kind of superstar that everybody likes, right? He's not afraid to speak his mind.
Gibby. Hey, what's up, big man? How you doing?
And those are the kind of people that people love, right? Because they know they get some honesty out of them.
It's Jose Day, baby. So excited to be here. Congratulations, my brother.
If you're a young kid coming up and you want to know what you're supposed to do to perform at a high level, you would just look at Jose, how he would prepare for the game, and you're like, okay, well, that's the blueprint right there.
You know, one of the nicest guys that you can play with, always there for you whenever you need him.
High five.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So nice seeing you.
A family man who brought a family environment inside of that Blue Jays locker room, and you know, he was like the dad of all of us.
He one of my best friend, like the way when I get to the city, Toronto, 2009, he's the one who was there to take care of me.
He was a great leader. He was vocal when he needed to be vocal, but more than anything, we learned from him. We watched how he took his at-bats, we watched how he prepared.
After a frustrating at-bat where he'd come into the computer room and he'd be, you know, saying every cuss word he could think of and slamming the table, and guys would be sitting there like, dude, what are you doing? It's okay.
He'd been struggling a little bit to play, right? Well, I go in the cage during the game, like fourth inning, and the machine is just throwing balls. And he's hit every ball. I mean, there must have been 300 balls on the ground. And he just kept whacking balls. I'm like, dude, you're playing. You're gonna be worn out. I suck. That was it. And I said, all right, I left. I said, I felt sorry for the bat boy that had to pick those balls up after the game.
He was Justin Bieber, the baseball player, right? That's like one of the things. He couldn't go anywhere, dinner, you know, walk around the city. Everybody wanted a piece of him, right?
You would see kids dressing up as him, painting their face with the beard that he had.
Definitely getting recognized more and people showing their love and support. You know, it was different. It was a change for me.
I think he can be pointed at to one of the top 2 or 3 guys that brought baseball back to the city and made it a baseball town again.
It's hard to put in words how important that homer was as far as the landscape of Blue Jay history. Every time I see it back, I still get the chills to this day.
It's Jose Bautista. Anything can happen. You expected that, but at the same time, it's like, did that just really happen?
He was able to step up in a huge moment and put the team and the city on his back, and people are going to talk about that forever.
It's something that when the moment seems to go up and the fans' heartbeats are going faster and the crowd's getting louder, guys like Bautista, they go the other way. When Bautista gave you that look, it was over.
The fact that we hadn't been in the playoffs for 22 years, the fact that we made it, And we had such a tough series with the back and forth early in the series, and then in that game, and just how the moment was built up. Obviously, it was the greatest moment in my career.
And when he hit that big home run in Game 5 that year, it really couldn't have happened to a better guy. He was the face of the franchise. This was 22 years of frustration bottled up in one swing of the bat.
He saved me from being Bill Buckner. And at that time, I'm looking up, I'm like, dude, like, thank you so much. But for me, he just completely changes, you know, the storyline, you know, of pretty much of my life, just with one swing of the bat.
After I hit that ball, I don't remember much, so I kind of came to a few minutes later in the dugout. Yeah, it was a high that lasted a little bit, so it was by far the best moment of my career.
Blue Jays legend José Bautista will be elevated to the level of excellence at Rogers Center this afternoon.
All-time Blue Jays greats is back as a member of the team, if only for a day.
And he joined some exclusive company amongst the team's all-time greats. Bautista's impact on the franchise and its fans is undeniable.
Please welcome back home on his special day, number 19, José Bautista.
We've seen José Bautista wear his emotions on his sleeve as a player, but we saw a different kind of emotion from José Bautista this afternoon.
It's time to unveil your name on the level of excellence.
Well, this is not easy. You guys have no idea how much this day means to me and my family. As you all know, I'm not truly comfortable with speeches. So, and there are too many people that I wanted to thank today. And I want to thank everybody up here, those that couldn't be here as well. And I want to thank the Blue Jays fans, the city of Toronto, and the whole country. It was an honor to play for you. And last but not least, I want to thank the teams playing today. Thank you for your time. I know there's important baseball to be played, and I don't want to delay it any further. So let's play ball.
Our special guest to throw out today's ceremonial first pitch, the newest member of the Blue Jays level of excellence, José Bautista.
Overwhelming. I couldn't have asked for anything else. I mean, I was certainly trying to hold it in, but it's hard. Just the memories with all the fans, all the games, all the people. It was great. I'm big on showing up every day and giving it your all, not leaving anything on the table. You know, I would not have felt good about my career if I would have come in on any given day and not given it my best.
To become the superstar that he is, I think that's what makes him special. Is his journey through baseball is unlike any other.
Yeah, I just think about Bautista, the chip on his shoulder, the villain look. He struggled, and through struggles is where the ultimate greatness is made and found, and it's a career that constantly went like that. Yeah, I think as an athlete, that's all you can hope for.
It was just nice to finally see him actually tap into the talent that he's always had, and then he kind of just from there he just took off and he became the superstar that he was always meant to be.
For this generation of Blue Jay fans, José Bautista is the greatest player to step on the field for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's just iconic. He deserves everything that he's getting recognized for.
When you're playing on the field and you see those names up there, you kind of wonder, like, what does it take? And I think being able to watch what it takes every day is pretty special. And I think it just, you know, it takes somebody who embodied the city and came to work every day, put the work in, and is being rewarded for it. Just the person that he was for all of us in the clubhouse, the whole organization, for the city, the things that he did, like I said, bringing baseball back, I think that's what puts your name in the stadium.
Today was, you know, a reinforcement that is way more than I expected and way more than I thought. So I truly appreciate all the love from the fans, not only for myself, but for the team, for the franchise, from all across Canada. It was truly heartfelt today.